Hello, good morning and welcome to Core Finance in association with the Next Exchange. I'm joined down the line by Richard Cayne, who is Chairman and CEO of Asia Wealth Group. Good morning to you, Richard.
Good morning.
Well, thank you very much for coming on to the show. Now, for our viewers and potential investors, can you just explain what Asia Wealth Group is and where you operate?
Certainly. Asia Wealth Group is a financial holding company. It's an investment holding company that currently has Meyer Group, which is a wealth management firm with a Japanese client focus. Its core clientele are Japanese, a little over 99%, so it says you're on full Japanese client focus in the wealth management related space, and that group assists clients all over Asia.
And
apart from that,
yeah,
I'm sorry?
I was going to say, why Asia? What are the benefits of operating in Asia?
Well, the Meyer Group was founded originally in Japan, in Tokyo. I was in Tokyo myself since '95, and had founded the Meyer Group. And because of that, we had a Japanese client focus. At first, that company was helping some expats, then it leaned more towards Japanese high net worth clients, and over time decided to rebase the operations to Bangkok, Thailand, and Singapore for a more full Asia client international focus.
And with regards to you're acquiring wealth businesses, is that correct?
That was the original intention when Asia Wealth was born in 2011 on the NEX, or at the time, I think the Plus Exchange. Mm-hmm. It was set up really to consolidate other wealth management related firms, whether it be advisory, boutique private banks, or consultants. We had looked in that space, particularly in Singapore and Hong Kong, and we made one acquisition in Singapore over that time, but haven't done that much more since. Over the time, we've had a little bit of a change in management. I had taken over as CEO of Asia Wealth in 2014, and have been actively pursuing other acquisitions in Southeast Asia, largely looking at Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, which are the fastest growing places. And why Asia? I was here, and of course the clients and management.
And what's your criteria for acquisitions? What are you looking for? Where do you see the value that you can bring to these companies and to shareholders as well?
Well, we've been in discussion with European companies who are interested in expanding their footprint or their client base as well in Asia, and vice versa, where Asian companies are looking to expand into Europe or North America. So we've been engaged in many conversations with various firms around that, really bridging that east-west gap. I think would be a strength of ours that we can accomplish.
And with regards to your management team, can you just briefly give us an overview of the experience of the management team that you've built up?
Certainly. Well, on the board consisting of myself, running wealth management firms since in the Meyer Group principally, in wealth management related companies since '95, since Japan. Other than that, we have Peter Upperton, who's been a chartered accountant and served on several boards for quite some time, 40 years or so. He's also currently based in Bangkok, Thailand.
And with regards to when you are making acquisitions, how are these financed?
Well, we look to finance it with the equity of the company and cash. It depends on the company. Mm-hmm. We've been in discussions where only via shares or injection of capital as well as shares. And many discussions are ongoing with a combination of the two.
Understood. And any plans for further acquisitions, certainly into the end of 2017, or looking forward to next year?
I don't think we'll have anything concrete by 2017 end, as we're so close to the year end at the moment, but certainly into Q1 and Q2 there will be some interesting announcements. hopefully sooner than later. But we're in discussions with a number of financial and fintech type companies that are looking at more financial inclusion to bank the unbanked in Asia and other forms of financial inclusion, different blockchain related businesses, which is a hot buzzword these days, but we're looking to businesses that actually do have good product and can help grow a large customer base. If you look at Southeast Asia, I mean, we're looking at a population home to over 600 million people, so that does give a wide reach.
Fantastic, and obviously the shareholders will be looking forward to updates in the next year. Can you just talk us through the shareholder base and why maybe there's only a small percentage that is actually held publicly?
Well, when we floated originally back in 2011, we weren't looking to raise much capital. It simply wasn't needed at the time. And as such, it's held by a relatively small group of shareholders, under 30 shareholders actually, and they haven't wanted to unload their shares, so there hasn't been much activity in terms of the volume. Though I think with some acquisitions that I'm looking at into next year, that will start to tick up.
And I mean, you've already touched on the end of 2017 and 2018, but is there anything final you'd like to say to potential investors with regards to Asia Wealth Group that may be watching today?
Well, it's certainly I have an open door policy, in that if there are viewers who are looking to come into Asia and think they have a good business that may be a widespread application here, I very much welcome discussion around that, or Asian-based companies as well, for that matter.
Well, super. Well, thank you very much for joining us down the line. That was Richard Cayne, Chairman and CEO of Asia Wealth Group, listed on the Next Exchange. Thanks very much, Richard.
Thank you. Have a good day.